Let's see how we brought.
It's the National Football League.
Here we go.
It's a special prime time edition of the NFL. Saints taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports.
All right, Saints, let's go, Saints.
Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out
Let's
of the
go,
tunnel.
Saints.
These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were winners last time out. So
all right, bro, you got to go.
I love it when both teams come in off.
All right, bro, I'm broadcasting later.
And it usually leads to a really well-played game.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And an even keel. Doesn't let too much rough.
Let's go.
He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They go over the middle.
Oh, boy, he let these
start the drive.
about
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Yard line, 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He tried to go deep on us, huh? Carolina won again.
But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him.
Good, I'm glad you went back. Good job, guys. Very good. Out the field. Let's go.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team
very much, unless,
of course, you're playing defense.
If you get points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
Don't call me
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Saints will take over with 1st down and 10. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
week ago. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he could really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Briscoe.
Oh.
Going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And his throw is incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
On 3rd down, Young. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Really?
This is one at the 21.
That's a good thing. It means you're not done. It means you're not done.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Running with Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. For the Vikings and Saints, you might recall they battled in the wild card round a season ago, and it was the guys in purple who came in and pulled off the upset, with Kirk Cousins finding Kyle Rudolph in the end zone in overtime to sew up a 26-20 win. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory.
Good job, baby. Good job.
Big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it
Good
in the
job.
red zone for the Saints touchdown.
Not bad.
Michael Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Hurts. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
2nd down, here's Hurts. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints 43-yard.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, It's Young, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there.
We got to get him off the field, man.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Smith catches left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 19. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Oh, that's going to be a pick.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone.
Man.
Touchdown, Minnesota. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, Kamara. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they ended up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Looking to throw. Briscoe. But he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage.
I'm taking my 4th and 4.
Was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Might cost me that over.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They're going to try and throw.
That's good. He's here. That's his record, isn't it?
To the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Off the bootleg, Briscoe. And that is
really?
sideline, but out of bounds, says
oh, it's bullshit.
The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off play action. Briscoe looking downfield for Godwin. That's
Godwin?
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag.
Oh, Lord, they cheating. Oh, man.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. Past the 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice
with
for
the
such an offensive
boy.
guy like that.
All right.
I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah,
wow.
do I ever?
Seibert on for the PAT.
Okay.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Kamara.
What a fake man.
Before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Come on, man.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
On the handoff.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 40-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Off the bootleg, Briscoe. He'll buy some time right. Oh, ball in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And for them a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now a throw to the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Little bit of a breakdown there defensively, and the RPO turns into a big chunk play.
And when you think about running offense, the word comes to mind, assignments, right? Because you have to carry those out. But you have to play assignment football on defense, too, against a team that runs these RPOs because everyone has to be in the right place. Who's got the quarterback? Who's got the running back? Who's covering the receivers? This one worked quite well on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle to Smith.
Why are they bothering them right there?
1st down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll get it down this time.
Oh, so we got to hold him to 3. Got to hold him to 3 because he's going to get a
first.
2 yards on the play. And the Vikings first.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Like
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On the ground, Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, Briscoe. Open man is got it. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Oh, good.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the ground, this is Kamara. 5 yards is the tally.
1 play at a time, baby. 1 play at a time.
2nd and 5. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line.
1 play at a time. 1 play
6
at a
yards the
time.
pickup, and that's a first down.
That's all
For a
right.
second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Good job, Godwin. Good job. Let's go.
Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are back within a score.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
You just run cheap. You got you.
Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Keep them inbound. Keep that clock in.
Boot Hill, baby.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down, Vikings.
Burt sets up to throw it.
Come on! Come on, that fucking pig! Get out the fucking computer and catch that bullshit.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Baby, cheat, bitches. Give my ball. Nah, y'all want to cheat? Cheat that.
A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Briscoe. Goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The first down line. Off play action. Briscoe.
Just catch. Watch the call hold it. Watch the call hold it. Man. I knew it. It's the fucking time that he did this shit. Oh, come on.
It's going to be canceled out.
So we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Good catch. Good catch.
Now we'll
Too
get a
nasty.
timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down. Briscoe will get this one underneath to Kamara. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. From the gun on third down. Briscoe. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Oh, it's too late.
The closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
That ball should have been gone. It's my fault. I take the blame for that. I gotta take the blame for that.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10.
Ooh, Lattimore saved the fucking touchdown.
So we reach halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. DJ Chark, a touchdown catch in the victory.
Come on, Saints. I gotta do a better job of taking care of football. It's my fault, man.
Game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. 31-28, the final score. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 34-28, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes a Vikings defense. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Rolling to his right. And the defense loses it. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 30 yards there. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Like he was right. I might have got away with it. They challenged that.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet.
While making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch. coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
Deep ball on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw. Briscoe. And that's going to be incomplete.
Here we go.
The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And they get him down to now before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Young, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Oh, come on. Oh, that's it. Oh, come on, guys.
Looking for Johnson that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun, eluding the pressure right. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Everything they possibly can to keep me out of this game.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That's certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. A busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run it again with Kamara. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run this one in. And barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, to power his way forward.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets it left side to Johnson. He's stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Come here. Come here. Let's go.
Was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. For the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is Smith.
Oh, come on.
Well across
Come
midfield,
on,
down to
guys.
40 before it's all said and done. A big gain of 31 on third down.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Look at this shit again, man. Oh, he just go. Look, come on, man. What is he looking at? Come on, look. This is how they cheat. This guy watching this guy go past him, and the safety back there. Oh, now they cheat. All right.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 20.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now left side on the swing pass.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
He can run for it, and he will. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21.
Saints 21.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line. Made them kick a field goal for the offense. 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The New Orleans offense set to take over, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A run for Kamara on 1st down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Briscoe will find the tight end, 7 incomplete. And they work this right upfield across the 45.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. And he overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A give. This is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Briscoe. They'll roll him out right. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas.
That's a catch, baby.
Get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
All right, then I'm going to challenge these now.
After reviewing the play,
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Briscoe. Knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run on 1st down. It's Young. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Taken down.
Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
A gain of 13 yards.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Saints 21.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Buying time to his left. Yeah, he's going to keep it here.
Oh, come on, man. How you getting hit up?
Scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Hurts. And now he's going to use his legs.
Come on.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra time.
And the Saints pressure gets him.
Get your ass out of here. Get out.
After the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
On the locker room. Come on, man.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. After getting this one across the 40. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
So I'm kind of positive and I'm kind of good with them.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old
players. What type of weapon we use.
Hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to like that. And now a pause here after the play because, as you can see, slow to get up is Alvin Kamara. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Briscoe.
Yeah,
it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll be a gain of 4. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the bootleg. Briscoe. That's complete to his receiver, Gadwin. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Briscoe. Unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, after the loss on 1st down, they're going to walk that line and understand they don't have to rush just yet. But time is still going to be a factor in their decision-making. Call your play. Make sure everyone knows what they're doing. You have to score a touchdown here. You've got to find a way to cash in.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 11th touchdown of the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On 1st down, Hurts forced out to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Zach Bourne Able to record his 5th sack of the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
I dropped the ball.
Pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Oh, man, come on.
Down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the move, and he can't get rid of it.
Good job. What are you talking about?
Line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And taken right on the 30, pushing his way through. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Briscoe drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
What, man?
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Briscoe. And look at this. They get the turnover.
Man, this is bull crap. This guy, this computer shit. Oh, man.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are.
Oh,
boy. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Wow. Look at this bull crap. Kamara is who I'm going to. He stopped right here. Right here. And this guy throws the ball way over the...
Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. Able to get it. And he can't find a receiver. He's brought down.
Everything they can to cheat.
And there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Out to his left. And he's going to go down again.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could.
Oh, come on, man.
It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jonnu Smith.
Oh, boy.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by a field goal, a little under a minute 50 remaining. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't get it thrown away. He's taken down.
Forced out of bounds and sacked.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Off the bootleg. Briscoe. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Off play action. Briscoe. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
All right. I'll go for it, man.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a give, right side. Young. And he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
What else, sir? Hello? I'm playing the game right now. What's up?
Set now to kick this one away,
You
and
ain't
off it
telling me either.
goes.
This shit.
That'll be taken about a
Oh,
yard
girl,
deep.
stop lying. Shit. I call your ass too.
Out as their drive will begin at the 25. So now the story
No, I wasn't doing that. Probably taking a nap, sleeping, but I wasn't running my mouth.
A huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front
Then I
of
went
the
over by Reese and got some chicken.
first down.
Huh? She wasn't at work yesterday. She was off.
Off the play fake. Briscoe dancing to his left. And the throw left side.
So I didn't I told her, she texted me this morning. I went and got it this morning.
2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
I ain't doing nothing.
Now a
All right.
desperation throw deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here.
Oh, man.
Pick. And it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
That's complete to his tight end, Sullivan. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Off-play action. Briscoe. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
1st and 10 at the 20.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Off the play fake. Briscoe.
Trying to throw the ball, man.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line. Tonight,
Darius, watch your mouth, boy.
Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points,
But this dude always be trying to get me back. Just because I be killing him so bad. Quarterback.
He must cheated the hell out of me, boy.